Live.
We're live. I don't know where we're going live to or what we're doing, but we are live, Sarah.
We're
Actually,
live, Sharon.
that is it. I'm that bad at introductions. Like I really am. I just assume that everyone's got a big mouth like me, and they will just introduce themselves. But I'm not asking that of my guests. So anybody who's just seen this come up and thought, what are they doing? What the hell are they doing? So I this is my diary entry for the 31st of January. So back before Christmas, Jamie D'Souza, yes, we're going to name and shame you, asked me that, or told me, or dared me, or whatever what adjective, is that a good adjective, or is that a noun? Or is it a verb? Or whatever he did. He he dared me to do a daily diary of my life for a whole year. So I've been doing them since the 1st of January. I've been doing them, but look, I'll be honest with you, I never realised how boring my life was. It's like
That's not true.
but every night I sit there and I go, I don't know what to talk about. So I thought what would be really good and maybe a bit more interesting is that at the end of every month I bring on someone that we can chat about that knows me, and we can talk about what they've done as well, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
I think
Yes.
that makes sense.
Okay. so um so this time I thought, for who could I have for my very first guest? Who can I have? And then I thought, who's a comedy industry winner? Who is the co-founder of the Ish Awards in Edinburgh? Who is one of my closest mates in comedy, if not the closest? No. Sarah Bowles, how are you?
I'm brilliant. Thank you for having me on.
You're regretting every minute of it now. You can blame that Jamie. That's what you can do.
We will
So,
blame Jamie because I think he's still out of the country, but we'll get him when he gets back.
when's he due back? We're having dinner on Sunday.
Yeah, well, he'll be back before Sunday.
I
I
hope
don't
so.
know. So he left last Wednesday, so maybe he's back today. Maybe he went for a week.
Jamie, if you're out there, contact us. We need to know whether you're in the country or not. I am just checking my Facebook to see if we are going live. And we are. So
Oh,
that's good. So that's one thing I did right. It's really funny. Like I'm doing this on my own without my wonderful cane. So we're doing it on my account. So we're just trying it out. And I've done it. I've done it successfully, Sarah. That's it. We're
I had
live on Facebook.
I had no doubts that you would succeed marvelously like you do at everything, Sharon.
That's why I wanted you as my first guest. I'm not silly. Have someone on, Sharon, that sings your praises regularly. That's it. But I'm going to sing your praises as well because so maybe we should explain. You can explain how we first met.
How we first met? We first met at the wonderful Jeff Innocence comedy course, and we had the mutual friend Adam Morrison Jones, and he told me lots about you. But despite that, I thought I'd come.
Oh yeah.
We kind of bonded over the comedy. I don't know if it was the comedy, whether it was Jeff's wonderful influence or the red wine, but somewhere along the way, we bonded over that comedy
I think
course.
it was the red wine, not like putting the others aside, but I definitely think it was the red wine. We used to have this thing, didn't we? We used to finish the comedy course, then we used to go and get a bottle of wine from the bar, and we'd sit there and maybe go on to another bottle of wine,
Wine.
and we'd still be there when the comedy started for the
Yeah.
evening. And then we just used to go in to watch the comedy.
And have a couple more bottles of wine.
You were a bad influence on me, Sarah.
I think you were a bad influence on me. Just to be clear, I'd been pretty much teetotal for at least 2 years before that. And 5 minutes in your company, Sharon, I was back downing the wine. Thank you very much. I'd missed it.
Do you know what like? So how long ago was that course? That course must have been 2 years ago now.
It was, yeah, pretty much 2 years ago. So I'm just trying to think. Was it? So it would have been 2 years ago last September, would it?
Really, that long ago?
Did it? So it finished in September, October, or maybe October,
Okay.
didn't it? I
Well,
think.
do you know? I still when I go into the comedy store now. What am I talking about, Sharon? Get your comedy clubs right. When I still go to Up the Creek, and there's certain people behind the bar, they will say to me, "Do you want a bottle of red
Well,
wine?" And like, I swear they can't remember like my name or anything. They just know that I'd like a bottle of red wine, and you're not there, so I probably won't be drinking a bottle of red wine. So that's that. Yeah, and then we have been on a journey together. I know people like people going on a journey is like a word that we're not supposed to be, or a phrase we're not supposed to be using anymore. But it has been a journey, hasn't it? We've been
there's
there for each other.
Yeah, and lots seems to have happened in the 2 years, but we always have a good laugh through the good and the bad.
Yeah, and there's been some bad. I was going to say something else, and then I remembered I'm live on Facebook. Yeah, but there has been. But I think that the closest we've ever got is.
It's
So
an Edinburgh story, Sharon.
So me and Sarah topped and towed in Edinburgh. We was going to try and in a single bed as well, wasn't it? It was in a single bed, just the two of
Why
us,
did we have to top and tail, Sharon?
because we're both quite buxom women, and if we had laid the same way, we wouldn't have fitted in. We had to do a yin and yang. That's what it was. That's it was
I think your comments in Edinburgh was there'd be too much boob action to get any sleep,
I
which
think
some
that
of the people there got quite excited about.
yeah. So we'll move swiftly on from
Swiftly
that.
on.
Swiftly on. So we've done that. Let's face it, I haven't done that with a lot of people. So yeah, so this is like a roundup of what we've done since the beginning of this year. So my first day, I went for a dip in the sea.
You
Have
did.
Have you ever done that, Sarah?
I have been for a dip in the sea, not in January. I've not. I do like outdoor swimming. However, I've not quite gone wild outdoor swimming yet. I favour the heated Lido, um, or the sea in the summer. But I know lots of fine people who do go swimming during the winter, and it's supposed to be very, very good for you. But I think it might kill me if I tried.
Well, in fairness, I only do it one day a year. Like I'm not pretending that I go regularly, but that first, I like to start my day off with it, my whole year off with that. That's what I want to. That's how I want to start my year. I feel like that's I don't know, and because it's for charity, it's just a nice fitness way, because that's probably going to be the last bit of fitness I do. Although, like, walking around the surgeries gets me fit quite a bit most days. But you go to the same Lido that I go. Oh, this is what I'm going to say now. You go to the same Lido that I go to, don't you, Sarah?
London
I've been
Fields. Yeah.
there. Yeah. How many times have you been, Sharon? Once. I feel like that's why people think I have an interesting life, because I go, oh yeah, I go to that Lido. Oh, do you? Yeah, yeah. I went.
We do need to go
We do
together at
need to.
one point. Um,
So, how often do you go to the Lido then?
I try and go 3 times a week. Haven't managed that in January so far, but I will. Um, I will be going at the weekend and then a couple of times next week. So
Okay, I might join you next week. You'd need to
yeah.
message me and let me know when you're going. So what have you done? So that was the first bit of my year. Is that I went cold dip swimming in the sea. So
Um,
what was your first event?
so yeah, so I did because I run Rat Pack with Nathan
I thought you
Cassidy.
was going to say I ran. I was like, what?
Yeah, I went running. I thought I didn't go running.
Sorry,
um,
carry
we,
on.
we did some extra Rat Packs over New Year, so that was what I was doing. I was at Camden Comedy Club in Camden, at the Camden Head in Camden, not the Camden Head in Angel, because we always get people turning up to the wrong comedy club. But yeah, so I was there for the beginning of the year. I think we did New Year's Eve. I don't we didn't do New Year's Day, but we did 2 or 3 shows in the beginning of the new year, which were
So
excellent.
what time did the New Year's Eve show finish then?
New Year's Eve show finished. I think it finished at 9. I think we started a little early, and I had lots of invites of places to go, but I just came home and went to bed.
I I did exactly the same. I had offers for gigs, and we had offers for parties, and I just sat at home doing mood boards for the year. Like, like
Yeah,
what are they called, mood boards or visionary boards or
yeah,
whatever they're called?
yeah. Vision boards. I think
Yeah, with my
if you're
daughter.
imagining your future, is this a Fiona Ridgewell thing? Because that's
No, does she do
yeah,
that?
she does that. She does that, and she had winning the Edinburgh Comedy Awards on part of her vision board for last year, and then she did.
No.
She did
Oh,
say she should have put the bit in about winning the Edinburgh Comedy Awards and the 10 grand. But you know,
believe me, if half of my visionary come true, I'll be well happy. Like, although 10 grand might be quite nice as well. I'm not gonna say, but that was a big thing that you took on last year. I mean, I know. So I know we're supposed to be talking about January, but that was a big, because it was a huge thing to take on, and now presumably you're already starting to get ready for this year.
yeah, no, I mean last year it was exciting, it was fun. We didn't expect it to go as well as it did. And we didn't expect to get so much support from the industry. But even now, people I didn't know that well, or I didn't know at all, but we come into contact. We're getting loads of positive support about it, and asked to keep doing it. So that's the plan. And yes, we're kind of looking for sponsors at the moment. We're talking to a couple of people. That's quite exciting, but we haven't signed anything up yet. So if anyone wants to sponsor us, they can get in touch. But last year we only had 2 months before to get everything organised. So we are really excited for what will happen this year. But yeah, that January was about getting the sponsorship package and everything together. And yeah, we've had a couple of people already. My very interested. So yeah, that's quite exciting.
Without giving too much away,
Yes.
very very interested. So, yeah, I remember because I remember them times. I remember you being really really busy and like it just being
Yeah.
like all consuming. Like, but it paid off. It was brilliant. Like,
It,
and
it was so great that you could come up for it because it, it was a tricky time last August. I seem to remember for.
yeah, it was. I was like going through. It's funny, isn't it? Like even like less than a year ago, it doesn't seem like that was me now. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Like going through all that, and I still haven't lost the weight. So for those who like, I've still got my little tumors. They're not going anywhere. They're not gonna kill me. But yeah, I will try it and lose the weight. Trouble is, it's odd. I'm not even going to get into that. It's not something I want to dwell on. But yeah, but it was very tricky. So I ended up coming up for like something like 24 hours, which is why we had to share the bed. Blah 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 blah. Try and get accommodation at like 24 minutes, 24 hours notice in Edinburgh. So thank you for putting me up, is what I should be saying. Like, not like. So what else have you been up to?
Well, I have got I did make a New Year's resolution. I've stuck to it. But as you know, I used to be quite a religious person, and then things went a bit wrong. So I've decided this year I'm going to go back to being quite a devout Christian, reading the Bible every day, praying every day, other aspects which aren't as much fun as that. Um, so I can take stock at the end of the year and evaluate
If there was a
how,
difference.
yeah, and how because I'm very much hoping that there is a spiritual dimension and that I do believe in the spiritual realm, but I am more cynical than I was before. So I thought it might be quite good to spend the year kind of evaluate weighing up the two, like
Before and
whether
after.
before and after, and then hopefully coming to a conclusion. I am a bit cynical about organized religions, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the whole spiritual side is wrong. So yeah, that's what I'm doing for this year, and I'm surprised I've stuck to it. But every morning and every evening, I'm reading my Bible, and there are
Good
some
for
very
you.
very funny things in there. It is some of it is a bit mad, but yeah. So that's what I'm doing.
Very good. Well, I'm like, it's really weird for me because, like, I'm not religious at all. But I don't know. I always just feel like, I don't want to get this really heavy, but like, I just think if I'm a good person, then I'm a good person. But anyway, that's just, but I did my family tree. I don't know. It's probably about 10 years ago now, and I found out that like direct descendants of mine went to America to help start the Mormon
That's
church.
right.
So I've always been actually literally, can you read that? Like I
Oh
had
no.
to buy right, this is like so weird. So I went into Tesco's the other day to get a sandwich, and I went past this top, and it had Salt Lake City on it. And I'd just been watching The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Oh right.
And I just thought, I have to buy that.
Yep.
It's some calling. So this is what I say. I'm not religious, but there's a bit of me. I always feel that positive attracts positive. That's why I feel um, that's me. I
Yeah.
think. So my headphones just went a bit. So
So what? I mean,
I'm
it's
gonna.
probably not really the same, but it feels a bit the same. The When I lived as part of a religious community in the church, that was the church that sent the Pilgrim Fathers to America.
Okay, so
So,
maybe they crossed somewhere.
yeah. Well, as I
Mhm.
say, there's some crossover there. It's not
It's not.
identical.
It's not. But it's a. But there's a link. We
There's
like
a
a link. We like a segue. That's what we do. So anyway, I mean, we've got other things to talk about. So, you winning a Funny Women award.
Yeah, that was exciting. That was September last year. I got the industry award from Funny Women, and yeah, it's just such an honor. I'm a real fan of Funny Women. I think they've done amazing things, and I think Lynn Parker has done more to get women spaces in comedy than probably anyone else. Well, definitely anyone else I could name, because she's just plugged away at this year after year after year, and now it's more remarkable when there are no women on the lineup than when there are, and that wasn't the case even a few years ago. All
Yeah,
male lineups were the norm. What, even 5 6 years ago, it wasn't. There weren't as many women as a norm as there are now, but definitely 10 years ago, it was really tough to
yeah.
to get women any stage time, which meant they couldn't then practice the art and go up the ranks. But yeah, so it is an honour to have the award, and it is quite exciting.
So I mean, I suppose it must be that having that award going into the new year, going into 2024, must be good because you're
Yeah,
the current holder of that award. There you
yeah.
go. You
I,
are the finalist in the industry.
yeah. I think that's what it means. I think it means I'm the funniest person in the whole of the comedy industry. So, or
Is that it?
that's not it. Just in case anyone's taking any of this seriously.
I don't think there's many people that take us seriously. Oh, it's really funny because me and Sarah have both got quite loud. Well, I don't think my laugh's loud. It's just a
I think
bit weird. Do you think it's loud? And Sarah's got a really unique laugh as well. So when the two of us are in a gig together
that we're
and we
enjoying.
and we find it funny, but then I'll laugh at her. It's a bit like Beavis and Butthead because then
Yeah.
I'll start laughing at her laugh, and then it will just make me laugh even more, and I'll just go. I'll just keep going. So it's yeah.
Yes. We've been asked to specifically to turn up to people's shows in Edinburgh when they have reviewers in, and we are available at the right price.
We are. I even did a little fake leaflet. Do you remember to say that you can book us? You can book us our laughter for your shows with your reviewers in, or if you're doing TV, like
Yeah.
um, we will happily come and sit and pick up the laughter. So what? So come on then. What else have you done apart from picking up the Bible? And I'm being really flippant about this, and I don't mean to be, but
Yeah.
picking up the Bible every day. What else? What else has 2024 brought for you so far?
So basically, it's been work is going really well. I'm really enjoying the job.
Because
You'll
you got
have
a
to.
new job as well, didn't you?
Yeah, new job, and it's in finance. I'm still a financial advisor, doing pensions and investments and so forth. But working now, Stoke Newington. We work in this big church hall, big area office. We all work together in this open plan office, which is really nice. And we run a community cafe downstairs on a Monday. We sponsor it. I'm not actually doing the washing up or the cooking,
Oh,
but it's so unusual for finance companies to do something to just give back to the community like that, and it just makes it all feel so much nice. And we're ethical investment specialists, and we take it seriously. We're not just greenwashing things for clients. It, you know, we just, it's just really really nice. So that's nice. Um, and what else have I done? I was poor. I was poorly over Christmas.
You
So
were.
beginning of the year, I still wasn't 100%. So it was really just work and the Bible. That was all I could manage. So it's good job I'm celibate again as well. Really, that was. And but yeah, I met up with the rabbits a couple of times,
Yeah.
which you haven't yet, have you, Sharon, this year? Or did we all?
No, I haven't.
You haven't. You blew us out, I think, doing, I don't know, saving the world or looking after the children of Medway or something that you felt was more important.
I'm coming out this Sunday though. This Sunday
Yeah,
I'm coming out. I'm coming out for a curry. I'm going to go and visit my mum and dad because I missed my dad's 77th birthday because I did the big sleep out. So,
right.
so it was his birthday. So I
You
promised mum
missed
and
your
dad.
dad's birthday. I'm appalled, young lady.
Well, it was a bit, yeah, I did. And I haven't seen them since Christmas Eve as well. So it was like, I really should go and see them. So I'm going to spend the weekend with them this week. And then obviously then the rabbit said, do you want to go for a curry? And I'm thinking I can't like miss another one because, you know,
We'll replace you with someone else.
you
We've got,
will replace me.
yeah, we've already got an ad out ready to go.
So I'm going to come back early from my mum and dad's so I can meet up for a curry. But yeah, it's strange, isn't it? Like going to visit my mum and dad. No, not strange like going to visit your mum and dad, but I just think I haven't seen them since before Christmas. So, and here I am doing a video for like what I've done in the first month of January and of 2024, and I haven't even seen my parents. So I think it's about time I went and spent some time with them. That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
no, that sounds like a plan. It's,
So what
I think
else? So what have you got for the future? What's the rest of 2024 apart from the Ish Awards? I mean,
apart
I
from,
suppose you got to hand back your Funny Women
yeah,
Award in September.
I'll have to hand that back. I feel like a bit like a beauty queen. It's like this is my year, and then I hand it over to next year's one. I never wanted to be a beauty queen, which when I was younger, but my daughter actually was missed over for 1 year, and
Really?
yeah, and it's quite great. It's so you get all the attention for the year, and then they just drop you like like
And
a
then you're
hot
like, holding on. This is going to be to you, holding on to your Funny Women Award.
stone.
No, go away. It's mine. It's mine. Go away. I don't want it. I don't want you to have it.
So so what else is the so hopefully I'll do some more comedy gigs soon. So I did
I
one last week,
know.
which was grim because I had to cancel some when I was ill, and then um you don't, well, I don't like putting them in too quickly because it's
Yeah.
horrible having to cancel gigs. So I'm writing some new stuff, and I've got to do a few more gigs and get them going well again. So but yeah, and then just keeping on, hopefully um, getting fitter again. Because you said you haven't lost weight. Well, I'm doing much worse than that. I'm losing weight, then putting it all back on.
I was about to say you lost loads of weight.
Hmm?
You did lose loads of
I
weight.
did lose loads of weight. Now I need to get back on to losing it. So, because obviously you need to be fit for Edinburgh because it's just like hills everywhere, and there's no way to get around apart from walking most of the time. You can't get a cab or anything.
And it's
I
the
might,
stairs as well, isn't it? It's not
yeah,
even like it's just stairs everywhere. It's like a proper workout.
it's unless I get a scooter or something.
Can you imagine it? I can imagine you on a scooter just flying around with like with a cape with ish coming off the back of it, like just the queen of ish. And you'll still be the funny woman finalist of the
Yeah.
industry. So you can have that, you can have your crown on and like your little gold scooter going
Do you
around
know?
Edinburgh.
Do you know who I am? People go, "Who?" You
Oh, that's so
talking of
funny.
that, that's what I'm also going to see Paul Curry at the Soho Theatre, which I recommend everyone get. I think there are a couple of tickets left. But we went to see him together, didn't we? In Was that the day after the? That was. Did you come the day after? No, you came before.
No, I came before.
You
Yes,
came,
I came before and we went to see him the night before. That was it. Yeah.
and we were still VIPs then because. And then I went to see him with some other friends the day after, and I was just a normal person, and I couldn't bear it. I
Oh, you do make me laugh.
was like, "You're just gonna queue up like," and it wasn't. I didn't realise it had gone to my head. At that point, I'm like, "Who did you think you were?" But
You,
hey,
that's where you got me as a mate. I'll just bring you back down to earth, like really quickly. No heads and graces on me. But
but
I did appreciate you getting me VIP tickets. There you go. That was
it,
good.
it
I did enjoy it.
it was a spectacular show, wasn't it?
It was amazing. It was really yeah, I don't know what I thought I was gonna go and see, but it wasn't what I went to see. Like I just did think it was really really good, and it's always good because I think sometimes me and you can get like funny fatigue. Like we just
Yeah,
see so much comedy, and then so when you find someone that really really makes you laugh and belly laugh, and like you're hurting because you laugh so much, like it's a real treat. Like really is a good thing to do. I like that. So yeah. So go and see Paul Curry. He's at the
yeah.
Soho. Did you say he's at the Soho Theatre?
Soho Theatre, 8th, 9th, 10th of February. As I said, I think there are a few tickets left. I got a couple of tickets. So a group of us are going. I got a couple more tickets the other day, and there are a few left. So yes, that's my
Okay.
recommendation. As
Right. Have you got any other recommendations for the rest of the year?
um, well, Julia Masley is also at the Soho Theatre, so I'm going to. But I've not seen her yet. But and Paul Foot is recording a special at the Soho Theatre. So I did wonder whether we should do him the honour of adding our laughs to his recording.
I think I owe it to him. He's given me a really good quote that he said I can use on my posters.
Oh
So
right, what's
I
that?
yeah. So I emceed for him once, just once, and he said, and I know a quote's supposed to be word perfect, but you know what I'm like. This was what he said, and he actually said it at the award ceremony.
Oh,
He said that I created a warm atmosphere in the room in minutes.
that's really
Now,
nice.
he didn't
And
say I was hilariously funny. He just said I created the right atmosphere. But I'll take that. And that's the thing. See, I feel like, as you know, I've sort of like started leaning towards just MCing. I don't mean just MCing, but I really like to MC. I love to MC. Uh, I feel like I get, I don't know, I get more of a buzz now MCing than I do doing a set.
that's well. I mean, I know you're also working on your show. Oh, yeah, and I'm writing my first show, but that's
Are you?
yeah.
I didn't know that. You haven't told me that.
Well, it's yeah. It all started. Yeah, it all start. It was there was supposed to be a surprise for Nathan's 50th birthday.
Are you allowed to
Or
say this live?
no, well, because it's not really a surprise anymore, and
All right.
obviously we're also supposed to call it his 40th birthday. Um,
Love it.
so I wanted to book the club, and so I said I was booking it to do my first work in progress of my show, and then I'm like, well, if he thinks I'm performing my work in progress in April, I'm going to have to start working on my show because I would speak to him about it. So then
You
I had
would
to
do.
start. Then I had to start writing my show, and then it turns out he's not going to be in the country on the
But
day
you started. But
on the
how,
day the party was supposed to be. So it's like, oh, well, that's all fallen apart then. But
but
I
I think
haven't.
it's good. I think it's good that you started writing your own show because we can't go into it on here, but like we can, but like you've been on Good Morning. No, was it? Good was it? It
I
wasn't
was
Good
on
Morning
this morning.
this morning. So it's out there, but we'll let you Google that. Google Sarah Bowles on on Good Morning. Um, but yeah, so you've got a story to tell, and that's
Yeah.
the thing. So I don't know. I do feel I'm going to start wrapping this up now, but I do feel that 2024 is going to be a good year for us both.
So
I
do I.
I feel like since we've been friends, our lives have changed for the better.
Without doubt.
And yeah, and so for those who don't know, didn't know as well, Sarah used to put me up like when I would do my London gigs as well. She'd have a little a little sofa bed for me to sleep on. So um I really appreciate you, Sarah. That's what I want to say. I want to wrap this up by saying you've done since I've known you, you've done loads of lovely things for me. Like you really have. I mean, that even down to sharing your bed with me in Edinburgh. But I feel like my life has been enriched by having you in my life, and I want it to stay enriched. So I want you to stay in my life. Well, at least for
But
2024
yeah.
anyway.
Well, back at you, Sharon, because yes, I
Yeah,
definitely feel um, we've we've had some good times together that we wouldn't have been able to have without each other.
no, that's true. That's true. I do feel like people can hear us coming, like mostly in Edinburgh, like that they can hear us coming, and that like so. I think our thought, like if we're gonna have a thought for this video, our thought for this video is we met and we've met like since then we've met some other brilliant people on
Yeah,
comedy courses like Craig Smalls and Mark Flynn and I'm gonna Rob Ash and I'm just trying to ramble off so many people and Dave Moss, how did I forget Dave Moss? Like we met some amazing people and I've probably missed about a million people out there but and that was all just from us just going on a comedy course that I
yeah,
wasn't going to go on and that's my ethos in life really is go out there, try something. You might be quite good at it, you might not, but like you might meet some amazing friends that stay longer than whatever you went on the course for. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? And you don't
yeah.
know where your life's going to go, but you can pick up friends and good friends
And that,
along the way.
yeah, and that was the Edinburgh, not last year, the year before. We just had the best laugh ever. Everywhere we went, either Craig, you, or I knew the people who were there.
It was, wasn't it? It's a bit like that.
Yeah.
I think it was quite good because, like, you were like pro, I was like acts. I'm talking about
Yeah.
like circles of friends. So you were mainly the pro. I was like semi-pro, and Craig was like open mic. And like between the three of us, like, and it's all changed now. Look at him, like
Yeah.
everything changes. Like now, but that's the thing, isn't it? Our dreams or our comedy thing
Yeah.
is all changed as well.
Oh,
Like,
that. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, but that's that threesome. We all had pubs as well.
yeah, we
We-
did. Maybe that's what we all had in common. Like, well, obviously that's what we had in common, but maybe that's what drew us to each other as
Yeah.
well. The fact that
Yeah.
we all had pubs.
Yeah. I think there is something. Um, you kind of, if you like that kind of thing, you generally do like people quite a lot, I think, and having a laugh and a drink, and we seem to embrace all three of those. So that was,
We
yeah.
do. We do. Right. Well, I'm going to love you and leave you, and thank you for joining me tonight. Tomorrow, it will just be back to the boring old me doing a video on my own and posting it on YouTube. So, thank you for anybody. I haven't even seen because we're on this new one, and I can't even see if anyone's watching or anyone's liking it. I don't think anyone's listening, but like, we've had a good time, haven't
We've
we?
had a
We've
good
had a
time.
good catch up.
It's a shame we don't know if anyone's listening. We could have said a lot more if, if we knew there was no one else there. The real story.
Now you have to pay extra for that. Right. Okay, then. On that note, I'm going to end this. And thank you so much for your time, Sarah. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
asking.
That's all right. Bye bye.